Good morning. The Calgary Police Service has charged a man in relation to an August 2018 hit and run that left a police officer seriously injured. At approximately 3 a.m. Saturday, August 18th, 2018, a District 8 member was attending a suspicious person call in the 200 block of Legacy Boulevard S.E when he approached a suspicious vehicle. The driver of the vehicle attempted to flee from the officers, striking and running him over. The suspect vehicle, a white F-150, was found abandoned in the community of Evergreen later that day. It is believed the truck was stolen on Wednesday, August 8th, 2018. A small red hatchback vehicle that was believed to have picked up the suspect after he abandoned the F-150 was recovered on Sunday, September 9th, 2018. Results of DNA and fingerprints through a full forensic analysis of the truck assisted in identifying the suspect. Andrew James Irwin, 32, of Calgary is charged with 1 count each of assault of a police officer with a weapon, aggravated assault of a police officer, dangerous driving causing bodily harm, failure to stop at the scene of an accident. His next court appearance is scheduled for Wednesday, January 16th, 2019. The Calgary Police Service would like to thank the public for their assistance in this investigation. Every investigation the CPS is involved in is conducted in a diligent, professional, and efficient manner, and this one was no different. I want to thank members across the service that were involved in the investigation, as well as in their ongoing support of our injured member. This investigation is a reminder of the daily challenges and risks that our officers face while keeping the community safe. So I'm good with questions.
How's the member doing?
Very well. He's still recovering at home.
Can you elaborate on what kind of injuries and what kind of recovery, I suppose, the member was facing?
You know, in an effort to make sure that the member's privacy is protected, the injuries were serious, and he continues to recover at home, but he's in really good spirits. I've had a chance to talk to him and his family on a couple of occasions, and we look forward to him returning to work.
So it is anticipated that he'll come back to work? Do you have a timeline on when that
Yes. No timeline, but I am confident in conversations with this member that he will be back to work.
Can you elaborate any more on what led up to tracking down this suspect? Was it public tips, or what helped you find that person?
It was a good combination of hard work and assistance from the public. I mentioned that there was forensics and fingerprint analysis, but there was also a lot of hours put into canvassing neighborhoods for evidence, making sure that every possible stone was turned over that would potentially lead us to more evidence and a conclusion to this investigation. But we did get a ton of assistance from people in the community, which we're very thankful for.
Is the suspect known to police prior to this?
Yes.
You also mentioned that there was potentially a red hatchback that was seen. Was that confirmed to be connected to this, or is there going to be...
So those types of connections and the type of methods we use to collect evidence from vehicles and associate them to people will be revealed in court as the investigation goes forward. So we don't want to get into too many details about it, just to protect the integrity of the investigation itself, if that's okay.
Why mention the red hatchback at all?
It was something that came up in previous releases, so we just wanted to make sure that we were consistent in the information we're giving you. But drawing the conclusions and the connections is something that we'll leave to court. So.
Do you anticipate more charges against any other people then? Anybody who may have assisted the suspect in any way?
No, not at this time.
You mentioned that these are the kinds of risks that officers face. Can you just
Yeah, for sure. And thanks for asking that question. So our officer was approaching an unknown, this is an unknown contact in the middle of the night. So at the request of someone in the public, they're checking out a suspicious person who's in a vehicle that we don't have a lot of information about, and the only way you can get that type of information is to approach it and do an investigation. So we have thousands of these types of contacts through the course of our officers' duties, and our officers definitely put themselves in harm's way for the community, and they do so willingly because they love serving the citizens and making sure everybody feels safe. In this instance, it had an outcome that was tragic. We did not want to see an officer get hurt. We never do. Just like we don't want to see anybody in the community get hurt. But in this case, it was an unknown contact, and we continue to evaluate these things as they come up to make sure that if there's things that we can do tactically better or equipment that we can provide officers that keeps them safer, we'll figure those things out and we'll make sure they happen.
Kind of touched on that at the end there, but will the service be looking at potentially different training or different tactics to try to prevent something like this from happening in the future, or is this just one of those inherent risks that are unfortunately part of the job?
This is an inherent risk, but that does not stop us from continually evaluating our current practices and tactics. In this case, we will look at this specific incident closely, like we do with other major events that impact our officers' health and wellness or things that impact the safety of citizens in the community, and we'll make sure that we're, if not meeting, but definitely exceeding the thresholds of best practice. So yeah, like if there's something better that we can do to help our officers be safe or people out in the public, we'll do it. So yeah, we're looking at it.
Do you know off the top of your head the last time that something like this happened where an officer was seriously injured by a fleeing suspect in a vehicle?
Well, you know, we've had officers killed by vehicles. We've had officers shot recently in the line of duty. Again, our officers put themselves in situations where even with the information that we have that we feel is the best information at the time, oftentimes when you turn up, things are different than expected. And these type of dynamic changes require officers to make decisions in very, very short periods of time to keep themselves and others safe. And sometimes they get injured. So yeah, like it happens more often than we'd like to think. So.
You still looking for public help in anything at all related to this case?
You know what? At this point, we're not actively seeking information, but should a member of the public feel they have something that could contribute to the investigation, I ask that they call Crime Stoppers or 266-1234.
With regards to the charges that were laid, I thought any time a police officer got hit by a car or whatever, it was attempted murder, just for the fact that it was a police officer.
No, I don't believe that's the case. I think the same thresholds exist for everybody. Proving that somebody was attempting to murder another person requires certain types of evidence. So in this case, just because it was a police officer, it doesn't mean these charges are less professional than any other charges we lay. We lay charges based on the evidence that we have that can support those charges. So these 4 charges definitely are supported through the evidence gathered, and those are the ones we've laid.